Hello and welcome to another Xterra video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And on today's video I'm gonna work on my roof rack. I'm gonna redo it completely. Since recently I got this roof rack donated to me, so I wanna install this. And then I have to reconfigure everything wherever I have up there, because I gotta figure out how I'm gonna secure my awning, my recovery boards and a shovel. That's gonna be a lot of figuring out to do there. But first... But first I have to start by disassembling everything from my roof. So first I gotta remove my awning, my recovery boards and my shovels and my previously made ladder rack. So I'm gonna have to remove all of this to make a space for the new shelf. And then I have to figure out how I'm gonna secure this all back in place. So now that all my stuff is out, it's time to remove the factory crossbars. And for that we're gonna use this, I guess it's called a star or something. So basically gonna unscrew these 4 bolts on each side. So now that the 4 bolts are out, I believe you just have to lift them up and that's it, because there is another portion, another part down there, and that just sandwiches together. So that's pretty easy. There you go, and they're out. It's actually resting on it. So this is gonna be as far as low as it's gonna go. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna even this out so it's not crooked, because as you can see it's more space over there than down there, looks like, because it's going up a little bit. So I'm gonna even this out and I'm gonna mark my holes for the where I'm gonna drill this. So as you can see, to make my life easier, I put something over there and just to move it up and down to adjust for the level. And right here it looks perfect, it looks leveled. It looks leveled over here, and this is leveled as well. So now just one more time I'm gonna adjust my brackets over here, the ones that's gonna be holding it, like that. And I'm gonna mark all the holes where I gotta drill for the U-bolt to go through. Okay, so now once I mark them all, pre-drill them and make the hole big enough for the U-bolts. So I already center punched all the holes, all the places where I have to drill, so just to make it easier for me. So I'm gonna use this little tool again, just gonna put it somewhat in the center, hopefully. One layer. Let's see. Perfect, came out perfect, came out straight. So now I'm gonna drill them all, make sure that the U-bolt fits in all of them, and we're gonna mount it to the rooftop. I would also recommend to mark one side as a front, so once you do your initial measurements where you have to make the holes and you drill them, so whenever you put it back you don't have to flip it around and figuring out which side was which. Luckily for me, just by pure luck, I put it up over here the right way. Anyways, now previously I used this rubber to space it out over there. But again, luckily I got as well this black rubber over here, if I can take this out. I cut 4 pieces by 7 inch long, and they're all 1 inch wide, of course, and they fit and they're perfect. That's gonna be better than what I had. First of all, it's black, so it's gonna blend in better, and it's actual proper size, because those were slightly too short. These pieces of rubber, we're just gonna put it inside here, inside these rings, somewhat even, preferably. Okay, and now it's just a matter of try and error, trying to put it in here and trying to slide it in place over here. It's a little bit tough, it's a little bit tight now because of the rubber. It doesn't want to slide as easy as before when it was just plastic, but just do your best and take your time and position it in place. So now I'm gonna do the same for all 4 of them. It's gonna take a little bit of time, and then we're gonna be working on our U-bolts. Now to make your life easier, just apply some soapy water over here, and that will be much easier to slide it in place, and you won't have to struggle with these grommets. It's gonna be much easier, trust me. It's still gonna be hard, but way easier than before. So now starting from the back, we're gonna do the 2 back first, to make sure it's all the way up to here, and that way we know the shelf is even. So now with the new longer U-bolts, let's try to slide it in. It's gonna be a little bit tough, I know that's for sure, but it's somewhat doable, like forcing it and wiggling it, but they do go in. All right, so now I'm gonna finish putting them all and we're gonna screw them in place. Perfect, and all the U-bolts in place. And now just one more time gonna check the level, and it's perfect. So now it's just a washers and nylon nuts that it came with the U-bolts. I'm gonna put it in place. I'm gonna secure it over here, secure all of them, and then it's the hardest part is for me to figure out how I'm gonna secure everything back in place. And that's it, guys. The installation of our new roof basket is done. It's very secured, it's not gonna go anywhere from here. So this installation is done, and if you were to get just this, you will be done right now. But in my case, I still have to figure out now how I'm gonna secure my shovel, my recovery board, and most important, my awning. So now I'm gonna work on that, and maybe I will show you guys how it came out. So to secure my awning, I'm thinking to reuse this super struts. I just clean them, degrease them, and I'm just gonna paint them with a primer first, and then with a semi-gloss black paint. I'm thinking to mount them over there. Hopefully it's still gonna work out. I don't know if that's gonna work out or not, but I'm gonna paint them this time to have them black. So that's gonna take care of my awning, but I still have no idea how I'm gonna mount my boards and my shovel, but we'll get to that later, I guess. So as you can see, guys, I painted my piece of kindle that I had, and I drilled 2 holes on each side over here, and now I'm gonna use M8 bolts. I have plenty of this left over from skid plates, and this is a 35mm. So what I'm gonna do, gonna use of course a washer on one side, and then on the inside I have these very thick washers, which 5/16 1/4. That's a very heavy duty washers. They're not gonna bend or anything. So I'm gonna slide them inside, put the bolt through, then I'm gonna use the nylon lock nuts, and that's how I'm planning to secure all of this in place. So now I'm gonna put the second one, make sure it's all straight and even, and tighten it up. And as I always say, this is not gonna go anywhere. This is very solid. So now I'm gonna do the same in the back. All right, perfect. This is done. So now I can work on mounting my awning. Now also on all the ends I'm gonna put these little grommets that I got online as well, just to make it look better and to protect for any sharp edges. But of course it also looks better like that. Alright guys, so now let's try to position this awning back in place somewhat where it's supposed to be. So I have to kind of reconfigure and adjust it on the fly. And I apologize about the dog barking. Nothing I can do about that. So if this is gonna be somewhere like this, I may have to readjust it multiple times, but let's see. So the awning is back in place. I mounted to those crossbars and it sits solid over there. So now I'm gonna work on a shovel, and to install the shovel I'm also gonna reuse these brackets over here. So what I did, I cut off another piece of kindle. I'm planning to put it over here, and then just to mount the shovel like that. I think it's gonna be all right. I think it's gonna be good over here. All right, so I think this is coming out all right, guys. Okay, these 2 brackets at the same angle. I'm gonna put a digital level over here, check how much I have here, 52 degrees, all right? And so now I'm gonna repeat the same over here. There we go, that should be more than enough. And now once again I'm gonna use my 1/2 inch kindle nut over here with a big washer. Just gonna put it over here, and screw it in place. So now let's see how the shovel is gonna fit in there. It fits perfect. I like it. I like it. Alright, so the shovel is done. So now I can work on running boards. The running boards I'm planning to install over here the same way as I mounted the shovel, with these two brackets. So I know it's gonna be a lot of adjustments and movement and moving this around. And I intentionally mounted the awning first because I want to make sure that the boards and awning not gonna interfere with each other. So now I'm gonna try to space it all apart where it's supposed to be. Alright guys, and after a lot of adjustments, I mounted my recovery boards. As you can see, I had to move about an inch my awning out, and I put this at an angle, so this way I can take them out no problem, and I can put both of them in. There we go. And I like this more because it's at an angle, so water is not gonna get accumulated there as it used to be. So once again, gonna put washers, gonna put lug washers, and we're gonna screw it in place. Perfect. This is not going anywhere. Nice. And I think it's done, guys. Alright guys, another project successfully done. I'm happy the way it came out. I really like the new layout. I like how the awning sticks out and it's higher, so it's gonna give me more room underneath when I deploy it. And I like my running boards being sloped like that, so no water is not gonna accumulate there and stay in there in dirt. Hopefully most of it's gonna run down. I also like how I have this extended bar in the front, in the back, and in the front. So now in the back over here, I was thinking to install maybe a 22-inch or a 32-inch light bar to, if I need more light in the back, or maybe 2 spotlights. I don't know, what do you guys think I should install there? And of course I'm super happy I have a whole basket over here, so I can put a lot of stuff in here if I need to. I'm really happy about it. Thank you guys for giving me this roof rack. It came out amazing over here. I think it came out amazing. Everything came out amazing. As always, I'm gonna leave all the links in the description, and if you guys would like to check it out, the same stuff that I use, the basket and roof rack and the awning and everything that I use in here, I'm gonna leave it in the description and you can check it out in case you guys want to buy it and try to replicate this build. And on this note, I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I hope you're finding them helpful, and as always, until next time, everybody, bye.